Hello, my friends, on this wonderful Wednesday where we are getting back into the markets. We had a nice, beautiful Easter week. Been a few days since we've uploaded anything on YouTube. Made a video on Monday, but really not a lot going on in the market, to be honest with you, especially on some of the things we were looking at. But we're getting back into the swing of things. I hope nobody missed me too much. And we were going to jump right into it. Oh yes, first, my friends, let us do the YouTube algorithm of justice and hit a like and subscribe. It costs you nothing but a flick of your finger, my friends. I don't even care which finger you use. But help a friend out. Much love, appreciation, and we are going to jump right into it. Walmart. We have our beautiful scribbles here from last week on ideas we were discussing about Walmart, on how it had broken down from an upwards trend, and then we were just kind of thinking, okay, well, it broke down, and then we had just scribbled out an idea last week of more than likely price is just going to play around with that trend from underneath, taking out that high of 105, and then we don't care what it does after that, because that's where we'll be exiting our position. So right now it had dipped down to about $81, but right now it is gorgeously moving along that path. It's sticking to the game plan. You see how crazy and nonsense scribbles can be, but look at it. Is it not doing? I mean, the last time we were discussing it was over here at like $88, I think, that day we were making the video. And it's going according to the goofy game plan that we had. I say goofy just because our scribbles are goofy looking. But the key message here is Walmart stock is going according to the plan that we were discussing on YouTube last week. So long as it's going according to the plan, you stick with the plan. That's kind of the message. And you hear that a lot when you get into trading. Oh, you gotta have a game plan and you gotta stick to it. It's easy to come up with an idea and a game plan for what's the higher probability situation of something to play out. But the difficultness in that is sticking to it. Okay? When you get a large sample size of trades behind you, you realize that that's the difficult part, is sticking to it. At least it has been for me, in my career. I'm sure some people, they jump into this industry and they're extremely disciplined. Okay? It is an ongoing, ever-going exercise that I have to work on daily, is the discipline of sticking to the plan. But Walmart is gorgeous. It's just behaving according to our plan. So there's no reason to do anything with it, And it's so funny when you get to a certain level that you don't have to spend a lot of time on things. You just come up with an idea, you put it out, and you say, okay, we're going to go with this. And we're holding it. So Walmart's a thing of beauty. This goes hand in hand with S&P 500, which I've talked a lot about lately, because if you've followed me for a long time, you know that we've gone over many different things, and the past couple weeks we've been going over the S&P a lot, because there was that there was that nice 20% correction that we had a couple weeks ago. And here we are. It is, this event that we were talking about so heavily down here at 4,900, 5,000, that we bought at, okay, that nasty Monday, okay, how are we looking now? we're still holding this upwards trend. We're at 5,400. Nothing's changed on the S&P. We're looking beautiful on the S&P. Why? Because we had conviction. We knew that the S&P, a 20% pullback is healthy. It's more health. That is gorgeous. You can't ask for a better pullback than that. Okay. We had taken out all this liquidity down here, and now we're moving up from it. Okay. And as we've been discussing, my personal game plan on the S&P is, as long as I'm above 5,000, I'm staying bullish on the S&P. So it's very simple, the S&P right now. Another thing I wanted to go over was I wanted to touch back up on Target here. It's been a little bit since we've talked about Target. Target, it's making that maneuver, my friends. This is like a big deal. Okay. Just not you. I'm more speaking to myself, but everybody knows the format of my channel. It's just me sharing my personal journey. So Walmart, looking at it on a daily time frame here, okay, we have just been going down, 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 down. Okay, right here you had a little bit of consolidation. Okay, so right there, the market was kind of trying to tell you, hey, we're going sideways here. You went down for a long time, and now you're going sideways. What's going on? Nobody knows what's going on. The only thing you know what's going on is what is true. And what is true? Price action. Why is price action true? Because the price of something is the only thing that cannot lie to you. The TV can lie. The media can lie. The news can lie. Earnings reports can lie. All these information can lie. Okay? Everything can lie to you. The world is just full of misinformation. The only thing that is not lying in this industry is the price of something. The price of something. Today, Target, it's $95.67 a share on Webull, okay? Broker. So if you buy one share, it's going to cost you $95.70 now, okay? That's not lying. So that is why I have, over the time, when you first get into trading and for yourself, you're always looking for these different systems and these indicators and everything, and you're going through this myriad of information overload, and you're using so much. But personally, to me, the longer I'm doing this, the less I'm using, because I want less information. I want more truth and less misinformation. I'd like what is real at the moment. And the realest thing to me is, what is the candle doing and what is the price? So back to why I'm getting a little bit excited, okay, on Target. Why am I getting excited on Target today? A couple weeks ago, you had this sideways consolidation here, okay? So the market was telling you, hey, we're not going straight down anymore. This isn't this huge downtrend anymore. We're starting to go sideways. Okay, the market is starting to change its mind. What's going on here? Why are we fixing to change directions? What's happening? And starting to take a nibble here, there's nothing wrong with that, because the market was telling you, okay, we might be changing directions. This is a lot similar to the Aussie dollar trade at the beginning of the year. And then You had this little gap down. Okay, so you might be thinking, oh, well, I bought that consolidation, but now I'm underwater. Well, you never go all in. So down here, it gaps down a little bit, takes this little bit of money here, okay, and now you're consolidating again. Okay, when the market starts giving you multiple consolidation areas, it's starting to give you a sign that there's going to be a turn. Because what is that indicating? That's indicating that the market is trying to fill an order, a large order. Okay? So in order to fill a large order, it's going to have different areas to get that order filled. So I'm imagining right now that, say, someone has on Target, they have a ginormous order to buy, we'll just say something random, 5 million shares of Target, okay? If they put an order in to buy 5 million shares at, let's say, $97, okay? They want to buy 5 million shares at $97. Right here, okay? So if they want to buy that, the market, they put their order in, they go onto their broker, they put an order in, hey, I want to buy 5 million shares of Target at $97. Do you know what the algorithm's going to do? It's going to help fill that order as best as it can. So what's it going to do? It's going to consolidate above that area, okay? And in order to get that order filled, they're going to take money from other people. Why? Because somebody has to lose in order for you to win. So you have multiple consolidation orders above and below. And sometimes I imagine when I have two different consolidation areas, I imagine right in the middle, there's probably a big order sitting there. This is something that I personally envision sometimes when I'm looking at the market. There's no proof. There's no, yes, this is how it is all the time. It's just another idea that I like to put out to myself to kind of give myself an idea of, okay, well, the reason the market is bouncing between above this line, below this line, above this area, below this line, is because perhaps it keeps visiting this spot. It's trying to get a large order filled. So that's one little idea that I kind of throw out there. But going back to the consolidation idea, now you're in a second consolidation area. So you now have two sideways areas after a downtrend. The market is starting to gobble up some orders here. You have a bullish engulfing candle here, okay? And you have a slight gap here. More often than not, price likes to fill that gap. So if I was to take a buy today, okay, and price falls below 87.35, I'll go ahead and get out and say, okay, well, maybe it wants to go a little lower. But if I take a buy today and price fills that gap and breaks above our first consolidation area, I'm holding it for even higher, because the market would have showed its hand to me that we filled the gap and now we're moving up because we even went above that consolidation area. We're leaving both of these areas behind. Okay, so that is how I'm personally envisioning Target playing out at the moment. Zooming out a little bit on the weekly, you've been going down for so long. You can pull it back even more. Look at this. You're on the monthly time frame here. Okay? You have a high of 244.87. a low of $80. You went down to 88 recently. So we have already done that nice thing that we like to talk about on our channel, about revisiting that old friend. So you had this consolidation area back here 5 years ago, 2020. And now, 5 years later, you have made a round trip and revisited that old friend. So your trip is complete. You've revisited your old friend from 5 years ago. Okay? Now that we've revisited our old friend, what's the market going to do now? You never know. But the fact that we've revisited that old friend, we know that we are at an opportunity to buy. Zooming out even more on the quarterly, we're going to clean this up slightly here. This is why looking at multiple time frames can kind of give you an idea. This is zoomed out very much so. Okay? One little line on the chart. That's all I'm looking at. Right now, Target, it's looking like a uptrend to me, because you're still holding this pattern of going up. The same over here, all you're doing is just coming back down and testing that trend. To me, when I look at it really zoomed out like that, I'm considering this area we're at right now, 88, 95, as a third touch on our trend for a possible move up. Okay, now sure, we can wiggle down a little bit more, but when you zoom out big time like this, you realize that you're at a value on Target. Okay, do you humbly, fundamentally believe in Target as a company? Do you like their stores? Do you shop their products? If you are of that belief, then Target, to me, could be another potential play. The same as Dollar General has been playing out to us. Dollar General is looking beautiful. I'm not going to pull it up, but it's like $96 today. Dollar General is really looking to be like our best trade of the year. I really thought Five Below was going to be, but Dollar General is just killing it right now. So Target, to me, it's a little bit slower mover than Dollar General was, but it's having the same behavior that Dollar General is, which is kind of why I'm talking about Target today. So right now, Target, we've already taken out some liquidity down here. Why do I say that? Because this area here where Target started to move up, you know, you had buyers that thought that that was the bottom there, and they had all their stops down here. Well, that money's been taken now. So now that there's been pain and someone has sold at a loss because they got stopped out on Target, there's never a better time to buy than when somebody else is getting stopped out. So Target is looking beautiful to me today, provided we hold this second consolidation area here. I'm holding Target. I'm buying, I'm holding. What's going to convince me to really stick with it is if we fill that gap and break above this first consolidation area. So when I see that maneuver happen, I'm probably just going to hold Target for a very long time, because it would have convinced me that, number one, we've filled that gap and broken above both of these consolidation areas, and number two, looking like that monthly trend is holding. So Target has a lot of bullish feelings to me at the moment. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed this free content I put out on YouTube, sharing my personal journey in the markets day in, day out. Per YouTube regulations, please like and subscribe, my friends. I appreciate all the subscriptions that have come in the past month. It has been amazing. I'm going to get back onto uploading Monday through Friday on YouTube, free. I have a Discord group. Join the group at the very least. The one thing I can guarantee you is that I will save you thousands from having to waste money on courses that give you information that is easily accessible to you for free. I can just tell you what's going to be a waste of your time, because I've been there. I've paid for the courses. I've taken them. I've spent the time going through all the nonsense, okay? Break it down to what's simple and have a friend. Peace and love, and we will talk to everybody tomorrow.